My name is Michaela Baldwin, and I'm going to be doing my informative speech on meditation. Unfortunately, I am all alone in my apartment, so I do not have an audience for you due to COVID. These are my flashcards. So, according to www.thegoodbody.com, it is said that some monks who practice meditation on a daily basis are actually able to control their fingertips and their toes and raise the temperature by up to 17 degrees Fahrenheit. That is absolutely crazy to me. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find a video on YouTube of a monk actually demonstrating that, but I was able to find one pretty similar, and it basically just shows this monk totally embodying mind over matter. Now, that just goes to show that meditation is completely real, not a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo. Over the span of this speech, I'm going to be going over what exactly meditation is, some different ways and techniques that we can go about meditation, and some different outcomes and health benefits of meditating. So now that we have talked a little bit about that, let's jump into what exactly meditation is. So meditating is described as to think deeply or focus on one's mind for a period of time. Meditating doesn't have a whole bunch of steps that you have to go through. It's truly however you want to make it. It's all about silencing what's going on the outside and just retreating into your mind, basically. So now that we know a little bit more about that, let's go ahead and clarify some different ways that we can actually meditate. So a lot of people would actually find it interesting that they probably meditate on a daily basis. They just don't know it. You can be meditating when you're working out, doing yoga, going on a car ride alone in silence. It's really not that hard, and you probably do it a lot more than you realize. So some different ways to actually meditate, and this is one trick that I've actually come across over my about a year-long journey of meditating now. The biggest struggle is probably learning how to just turn your mind off, turn all those little thoughts that are constantly going on in your mind off, and just focusing on the thoughts that you really choose to focus on. One of the ways you can go about that is actually repeating a word. Now, repeating the word helps you to redirect your mind. It's kind of like a reset button, and it really just helps you focus on what you want to focus on, not what are you going to eat tonight for dinner. So once you realize that meditating actually has no rules, it takes a lot of the pressure off of getting started with the actual act of meditating. Another super helpful trick is to just take 3 deep breaths. Now that just helps you to kind of calm yourself down and focus on your breathing, and it helps you to just, go more within. So now that we've talked about a few ways to go about meditating, let's talk about some of the health benefits of meditating. So according to the Anxiety and Depression Association of America.org, about 40 million people deal with anxiety and depression. That's a crazy number to me, including myself. I actually dealt with anxiety and depression and ADHD, so trust me, if anyone can learn how to meditate, I can. If I can learn how to meditate, you guys can. So when it comes to anxiety, something that I thought was pretty cool is I learned that you could actually wean yourself off of a medication if you are prescribed a medication with meditating if you have anxiety or depression. And so I'm the type of person that I love a challenge, so I challenged myself to it. And it took me about 5 months, but how it's really done is people, when you meditate for a consistent amount of time, people report inner peace. I like to call it my happy place. So what happens is whenever you have anxiety or depression, you can kind of realize when it's going on. So if you're having negative thoughts or whatever, you can pinpoint and say, okay, this is my anxiety. And so once you do that, you can basically resort back to your happy place or your inner peace. This is something that also helps you just to take on different situations within your day a lot easier. Meditating can really help you just not be swayed by all of the emotions and all of that. So I thought that was a super cool health benefit. And yeah, it's not easy by any means, but something that can really, really help enhance your life. Another cool fact from www.healthline.com is that meditating can actually help you with age-related memory loss or Alzheimer's, which I thought was an amazing fact, and I don't know why more people don't know about it. And so what happens with that is whenever you're meditating, your breathing and your heart rate actually goes down because you're calming yourself, but your brain activity actually skyrockets. So what's cool about that is it really helps you with your mental health, and it helps you with memory. So it strengthens your memory. Now let me make sure and clarify, it's about consistent meditation. It's over a long amount of time, and it doesn't say you're not gonna get memory loss. It just helps you reduce the risk because unfortunately Alzheimer's is handed down through your DNA. So if you do have a family member that struggles with that, that's something really cool that you can focus on and try to reduce your risk. So I thought that was pretty dang cool. But meditation is definitely a lifelong practice. So now that I've gone over what exactly meditation is, some different ways that you can get started, and techniques that help you with meditation, and some really cool health benefits and outcomes of meditation, I hope that you guys took away some of my tips and tricks that took me about years of my time to learn, and I hope you guys have a little bit of a head start with you guys' journey. Thank you for listening.